Ado Pulava to combat Wishgadi, Artificial Should having CEASER the Scorpion versus Aden Joseph the Ghost on a race to 9 match.
Because I can't miss this match. You can't. It's wrong. It's wrong. There's no swearing now. I've been shot.
This is so this is how do we move that? No, okay. Comment section. A very good evening from Harare. That's it. But yeah. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, by the round of last eight in the second life quarterfinals, we could easily be treated to the best of the matches that Africa can ever have, at least in the present environment of the sport of pool. These two are arguably, maybe not arguably, realistically and factually the best two on the continent today. South Africa's Aden Joseph and Uganda's CEASER Chandiga are racing tonight for a place in the semi-finals of the Papiax International Championship. A result of the internet, because he likes to watch most of the games that are streamed on by Francis Mkwekon Kipixel photography. He also watches a lot on Break and Finish Live, so he wants to see those players take on each other. That's why he facilitated them not having to pay any registration fees. There is free food, 3 meals, very good meals, that I'm calling it world class food that we are being treated to for the course of the event, and prizes that total to $15,000 which will be won by 8 of these guys. If Aden wins, I think we may have no player 2 lives, only May.
The story between these guys started
Hazard, the Aden won. Played against Ibrahim Said Jamba, Aden won. Played against Sanyanjo Warriors, Aden won. But the match that most were waiting for was the match between himself and CEASER. Organized at Tico's and Gigo's, then one of the fondest avenues for playing pool in the city. With $2,000 at stake, what mattered was who would win, not with what score, not even the money. I remember CEASER starting off the much stronger player, with Aden maintaining a good fighting edge. CEASER leading by 20 frames to 16, needing to win 1 out of 5. Aden winning 4 frames with 1 visit of the table. He was like a wounded buffalo. And then Aden winning a 14-minute decider to win by 21 frames to 20. As CEASER, by the way, equalizes in the match. At the organization of the Grand Channel First Edition in 2023, they faced off again after the competition that saw Francis stream alongside myself. And Francis missed his flight back to Zimbabwe together with the entire Zimbabwean delegation, leaving me because of that game, which concluded what the Kenyans then called a trilogy between Aden and CEASER. It was won again by 21 frames to 20 again by CEASER. By then, he had gotten the cutting edge of Aden because they had played 3 money matches with CEASER winning 2 and Aden 1. The fourth match between the two was after the African Championships in 2023 in Johannesburg in South Africa. It was organized in Johannesburg. I remember streaming it there. In other words, to 21, this time for $4,000 again. By 21 frames to 18, the match was won by CEASER. In the same round, it is Aden winning a third against CEASER. Both Jerry and Aden both beat CEASER. Aden winning against CEASER by 21 frames to 10 in a race to 21 for $2,000. The last time that they faced off in a money match was in Nairobi early this year. There was a 16-man comp that was sponsored by Channel Permanent Grill. In that one, as an aftermath of the competition, there was the money match again for $2,000 again between Aden and CEASER. This time round, race to 18. It was won by 18 frames to 16 by CEASER. In between those money matches, there have been a few times when they faced off in competitions. In comps, I think it is Aden who has the upper hand. When Aden won the Billiards Cafe Classic 2024 edition, he met CEASER in the round of last 32 in the second leg, racing to 9, sorry. It was won by Aden convincingly by 9 frames to 5. Although there was another comp this year, actually 2, at Q Masters in Tanzania, a pre-tournament curtain raising championship that was won by CEASER. He defeated Aden in the quarterfinals, racing to 7 by 7 frames to 4. Of course, at Club Timbuktu in Kenya, as CEASER wins the third and equalizes, and it is a round of applause to 9 as Aden breaks frame number 7, getting to pot 1 red and another, leaving a good split of the balls. You are watching a world-class game. I like it when top players take on each other. They each know that each one can win a good or bad frame, but they don't want to break like cowards. They break the balls big and have a good split of the balls. They don't care the risk of not potting a ball because highly likely the opponent will be finishing the frame. They, however, remain playing as men should, with the ghosts on the verge of scoring yet another apple. We could see what looks like a 4th frame in a row being won with 1 visit of the table, with 2 apples shared equally between the 2 African giants of the game. Aden needing to put 2 yellows to the side pocket top, have to put the last keyboard bouncing off the cushion a little. The position of black compared to white, even Francis Mukoko can put 4-3, the ghost within the lead. He gets to break. The break looks dry. No, dry it is. He has 196. He is qualified to get it to the quarterfinals. So the next event will be between Ibra Zegeba and Joseph Kasozi in the next 10 minutes. Then just give a good and there are 2 players left in the competition with 2 lives. I am giving you competition that the match between Roy Kabwe and Joseph Kasozi has been won by Joseph Kasozi by 9 frames to 6. He was at one time 3 frames down. Since then, he lost 3. on the whole of 9. If she defeats fellow Ugandan Joseph Kasozi, he will have 2 lives in the respective quarterfinals. Another match has now been played to completion, and all Zimbabwean affair between Pakanet Jimo and Stephen Paswani. It has been won by Stephen Paswani by 9 films to 8 in a decider. And the one that you are watching is way more exciting than them all. How many times? Jay-Z, Pamunya, Masimba, Clinic Crypto, Fred Luwaga. Reminding us to like the video whether you're watching on Kipixel's photography or Peter Chair Life. Please do not forget to like the video. And there are 2 Facebook streams of the same match. No, again, Aden. With 2 reds left. Taking out 1 at a time. Now left with 1. And the black, there is always no praise for guessing what is about to happen. He will be potting and rolling the keyboard backwards, but in left motion. A little leftwards. His intent is to have the cut, a right cut of the black. Oops, it's going for a sharp cut to the corner pocket. This looks risky, not the easier of the 2 shots, but again, this is Aden. He gets the team and the keyboard to safety. His players shall be treated to a party, an eating party. There will be no too much dancing, which there is no beer. I know that annoys most of you who are watching. Will be stroking again, and will be missing this time. The first time in a long while we are seeing a big miss. Let me check the perfect switch. These guys are making me go short of words. This match is one of the best advertisements for African pool that you'll ever watch. Someone tag Chris Milling, someone tag Pixel's photography. Now we are way over 4,000 people watching this action now. The 4,000 have just witnessed a scratch on the break by Aden. Thank you for watching. Molenga Chilufya on Kipixel's photography. Megandrin Pile. You may have watching a lot of pressure. This one will sparkle a war of words from the fans. The players won't even care what to be the area than usual. It is now 5-all. This rest of 4 has the 2 best African players today needing to win for a piece. Between them, it doesn't get better than so many uppers in the match, so many single visit appearances, and a close tie with a match so close to call. You say CEASER will win 9-7. Fridges supporting a voice from alright. And Mr. Rato, thank you for watching as well. Blessing, you think CEASER will win Loa Kalamola, yes, Caesar is winning, okay. Spangros Tanaman thinks Caesar will win. Brenda Kirabo, where are you watching from? Mona Habi, you're supporting Caesar from Fort Porto in Uganda. Of course, expected. Vincent Tornado from Botswana, I think Caesar will win. Vincent, Aden will crush your dreams if he continues playing like this. Another one playing at the toppest of classes. The cost regains his lead. The only time that Aden was until the last frame is done. It's also the first time.
Both of these guys involved as far as possible in the competition. I don't think anybody cares if this came as a final. With so many nicknames they've been giving to each other. Some not finding so pleasant.
They needed someone like a side chick to intervene in the marriage and play many matches with the two. At first it didn't augur so well with Caesar until I think members of his management told him to take it calm. It doesn't sound good. How do you call me a side chick, Gawi? She's played cue ball close to the red. He seems to afraid himself. Cushion maybe off the jaw, into the red. It was looking as though it was going in. You are watching the tournament called PPT, Patriarch Sport Tournament. The Patriarch himself, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, celebrating his birth today by deciding to sponsor a comp involving the majority of the finest of African players taking on each other for a pot of $15,000 in cash that is going to be given out today as the umpire calls out a foul. The winner will be taking $6,000, the second $4,000, the third $2,000, the fourth $1,000. From number 5 up to 8, they'll be taking home $500. Now, there are 4 players that have confirmed their positions among the top 8 at least. That is 3 Ugandans, Ian, Caesar, and Kasuzu. The other player being Pakin at Jim. If Aden wins the match, he will become the 5th. And seemingly he calls, taking down the yellows one by one. Now putting another, drawing the cue ball slightly backwards. Like that. In this kind of position of play, could play any of the yellows 3 left on the table. Putting either with ease. Another little backspin gives him chance to put here to the corner pocket stop. Cue ball has to bounce off the top cushion a little. With top spin, the rest is a formality. The fans of Aden starting to chant, here we go Aden. And yes, he's going away with the frame. Seemingly going away with the match. A 2-frame cushion being set now. Find the post.
I am using a handkerchief.
With now 4,500 watching combined on 3 platforms on Facebook and YouTube, watching the Ghost lead against the Scorpion by 7 frames to 5 in this, the biggest match of the PPT so far, which is in its second edition. He's trying Caesar to be the first African player to win 3 major African comps in a row. If he wins, then he'll be playing in the first day final, which would now become an important Malvan Mokonza. The great Zimbabwe has been exited from the competition by Tanzania's Saif Hamad with the final score and is playing good enough. If he wins one more opponent, he gets himself $500 richer, the same amount of money that Aden will be getting with confirmation if he wins this ongoing match. What he needs is to win this ongoing frame, take his score to 8, and need to win 1 out of the remaining 3. He's a guy with a not so good record against Caesar, who has defeated him the biggest majority of times. The two have been facing off. The other South African player with a relatively better record than Caesar is Jerry. This time round it is Aden, where in the most serious face that he has in the competition, he has not been good to his level best. That I have to say. The match between himself and the family man Dezim, Aden was looking suspect. I was filming it this time round. He's playing the best that he has for the tournament so far. Even the match where he outclassed the Ugandan Ian Kazwe in the previous round, Aden was not playing this good. Nowadays, this is a cost that is looking like a ghost possessed. Putting black now to the corner pocket. Bottom right to record an 8th, to need 1. And he aims and shoots and puts. The match, unless Caesar wins it, The break will be critical here, but it is Prince Rock to remain alive in the competition. After for as well the tournament to have more life, the neutrals will wish that he won because they want both of them. Even at later stages, they could face off again. I am assuming that Aden is finishing his to the grand finale, and CEASER wins his other two matches. These two could face off. That grand finale would be a great game tonight. Taking a 3-frame lead and now needing to win 1, while CEASER needs to win 4 frames in a row. It is possible, but quite unlikely, because Aden has it within himself to stop that from happening if he wins this on one frame. Now with 2 yellows on the table, how would he replay the yellow? That is the likelihood of finding the accurate cue ball for the last yellow. This is the shot in between the reds. Top class shooting, ladies and gentlemen. The ghost is in the mood. A big number of fans already up on their feet. Supporters of Aden and CEASER are like uploading, appreciating what they are seeing from the ghost. Needing to put 1 more yellow cue ball off the cushion. It is a miss. I'm giving you confirmation that whoever between Aden and CEASER will be winning this match. The prize for the victory shall be a second life semi-final bout against Tanzania's climax. Sorry, there's a match coming up between Mafana, Steven Paswani, and Pila Mazambani from Zambia and Zimbabwe, and South Africa respectively. It is the winner of that match that Aden will be taking on in the second life semi-finals. And I'm only assuming if Aden has not won, guys, he still has to win 1 more frame, which is very winnable. His only undoing is that the guy he's taking on is CEASER. If there is anyone in this form who can even dare think that he can win 4 frames in a row against Aden, that guy is CEASER. Now stealing frame number 14 away from the ghost after Aden playing so well but missing a ball. So now looking at the English on the cue ball. A frame that was so tough to finish. The Scorpion has taken it down.
Dry break.
As well. If he doesn't, both players remain with 1 life in the competition. Should CEASER finish this frame, we will have the benefit of breaking the next. Is he going for a cut to the side, to the top center pocket? Yes, he does. Moves the cue ball even better. And that network, if he does, will take his second life into the semi-finals. He was a lot less than good enough in the match against Aden. Wants to go. It is okay. There must have been some bit of luck in the movement of the cue ball. I'm not so certain it moved exactly how we wanted, but it definitely looks good. Now putting the one that is left towards of the 2, the higher likelihood could be to the corner pocket bottom left, drawing the cue ball backwards in the same shot. If he does, he could count himself into the money. Needs to make the pot to the side pocket. Beautiful. Aden, perhaps it is not now. Not now, it is. She's making sure that there is space. Even where there is CEASER for him to pass the black to the corner pocket. From my camera angle, I'm not even certain that there is space enough. Cue ball so close to the cushion. Aden looks a little bit frustrated with himself. He wants to go for a cut of the black on the left to the corner pocket bottom right in the same shot. Control the cue ball to point it to the side pocket bottom. If he does, it's money. It is money. $500 US, which are so far.